transatlantic, a novel, colum McCann, right, winner of the National Book Award, best-selling author of Let the Great World Spin, right? So we have an airport next door. So the army was involved and we're happy and I wasn't happy. So the army was involved with the pills you made me take. I didn't like what happened. The army was involved. We tried to go swing dancing and stuff. I didn't like how you were treating me. You said you were white supremacists in the army. Tooling around in Ford, roughing me up in his Ford. So you have to take responsibility for your own actions, so I can read your book. Charge me with Amazon, blaming me for being sued for antitrust. This novel is dedicated to Loretta Brennan Glucksman for Alice and Isabella too. Of course, for Brendan Bork. The author wishes to thank John Simon Guggenheim Foundation for a grant to help write and research this novel, So here's a book that got published, but you attacked me because I could read. You're attacking me because you try to rob Johnny Dupont and frame him. He would be the guy running a place and he killed someone and he went to prison, no one cared. No history is mute, no matter how much they to break it and lie about it. Human history refuses to shut its mouth. Despite deafness and ignorance, the time was continued to tick inside the time that was. Eduardo Galeano. So, the global consciousness of we had planes, people want to enjoy a plane, 2012. The cottage sat at the edge of the lough. She could hear the wind and rain whipping across expanse of open water, hit the trees and muscled its way into the grass. So we began to wake early in the morning, even before the children. It was a house worth listening to. Odd sounds from the roof. She thought the first might be rats scuttling across the slate. She soon discovered it was the gulls flying overhead, dropping oysters on the roof to break the shells open. Happened mostly in the morning, and sometimes at dusk. The shells pinged first, silent, a moment as they bounced, followed by the jingling roll along the roof until they tumbled down into the long grass, spotted with whitewash. When a shell tip hit directly, it cracked open, but if it dropped sideways to the sky, it wouldn't break. Lay there, thing, and exploded. See, if the tip hits directly, it cracked open, right? But how to open a shell, right? Crack it on the shell side. The gulls swooped, acrobatic upon broken shells. Their hunger briefly solved. They flapped off toward the water once more, in the squadrons of blue and gray. Soon the rooms began to stir, the opening of the windows, cupboards, and doors, and the wind off the lough moved through the house. Book 1. See, you can learn how to shuck some shells by dropping them, right? 1919, Cloud Shadow. It was a modified bomber, Vickers Vimy, of wood and linen and wire. She was wide and lumbering, but Alcock still thought her a little nippy little thing. Patted her each time he climbed on board, slid onto the cockpit beside Brown. One smooth motion on his body, hand on the throttle, feet on the rudder. He could already feel himself aloft. What he liked most of all was rising up over the clouds, then flying in clean sunlight. He could lean out over the edge and see the shadow shift, the whiteness below, expanding, contracting on the surface of the clouds. So Amazon was targeting me because I could read these books, right? So we have the airport next door. Now they're suing for antitrust at Amazon because they're attacking me because I could read the book. Says this photographer. They were trying to attack me for being able to read the book, right? So we had a restaurant where Amazon was targeting me that I could read the book. It's the food revolution where people like Amazon were targeting me, attacking me about this stuff. So we had a nice place where people were trying to attack me. My dad has the same idea. The food revolution, people were complaining too much, right? Just complaining too much about serving food, right? So we had an airport next door, and just serving food was a problem. Amazon was involved in the food. They had jacked up the prices on stuff. Amazon was targeting people, making the prices too expensive. Amazon was part of that. You're blaming me, but Amazon was part of the high prices and stuff. They were part of the problem. They're being sued by, the people who couldn't get by because Amazon was part of jacking up the prices. You know? He was studying how to take people's stuff on Amazon. Then he was targeting them like JCPenney, trying to take over. Then they were blaming me for stuff, and he was just really, really like, they were blaming me for stuff that he was doing, right?